Hello, world. Welcome to the Fonz's office. Today, I am here with a guest who is no stranger to the Fonz's office. He is a fighter out of the United Kingdom. This, my friends, is Jack Draper. Jack, how are you doing today, my friend?
I'm very well, mate. Yourself?
Excellent. Yes, sir. I am doing well myself. In fact, you could say I'm doing super. I just I just watched your live interview with the Fuse UK, and I
Yep.
appreciate that you've made a little extra time today to fit one in with myself as well. So thank you very much.
No worries at all, mate. No worries at all.
Greatly appreciated. You've got a big fight coming up on April 6th on the
Yep.
BKFC 60 fight card. And I believe, if not mistaken, that's going down in Milton Keynes, a couple
Yep.
hours away from your own self there.
Yep. It's a fair. Well, I say local. It's still okay. It's a couple of hours away from me, but at least it's down south.
Yeah,
All the other shows
excellent.
seem to be happening up north. So
Yeah, perfect. It's will you be going up a few days ahead of time or just the day ahead for weigh-ins?
yeah, I'll travel up. I'll drive up the day before the fight and do all the weigh-ins, all that sort of stuff, and then I'll stay there that night, and then the night of the fight, I'm going to stay there again as well, and then travel home the next day on the Sunday.
Excellent. I heard you mention that it's located in a place with a lot of food and
Yeah.
restaurants around close by for the fans after the event to go and
Yeah.
mingle.
There's restaurants, there's bars, there's loads of things local to it, literally within walking distance. So yeah, that's good.
Yeah, excellent. Now you're going to be fighting a gentleman by the name of John Walker. He's
Yep.
not that well known as of yet in the world of bare knuckle over here in North America. How about over there in the United Kingdom? Is there anything you could tell us about your opponent, John Walker?
Um, like I said, there's not really a lot I know about him, to be honest with you. He's had two bare knuckle fights from what I've just been told. I thought he only had one because I've only ever seen one fight of his. And I know he's done gloved boxing. Um, but like I said, all I've really seen of him is he's a bit taller than me. I think he's around about 6'4" or 6'5", and he likes to use his jab a lot. Which, don't get me wrong, it can be a powerful weapon in bare knuckle. It can be, but you need to have more than just a jab in BKFC because it's bare knuckle fighting. It's not bare knuckle boxing. So there is a difference, and I don't think he's experienced that kind of fight in bare knuckle yet.
Yeah, exactly. You get the advantage of using some dirty boxing, some hooks around the head, uh,
Yeah,
maybe some styles that he's not potentially used to. But
yeah,
you, my friend, are no stranger to that yourself.
yeah. Exactly. I think that's where the difference will. I think my boxing ability is better anyway as well, but as those extra things that he
Right.
hasn't experienced, I have. So
Excellent. Now you're coming off of a loss versus Robbie Kennedy. That was your BKFC debut. That fight obviously didn't go the way that you wanted it to. It
no,
was a fairly short notice replacement. You had
yeah,
gone through a number of different fighters' names that were put in front of you, and Robbie Kennedy was the man who showed up that night. Would you like
yeah.
to speak a little bit about that fight? I know it's in the past. We're not dwelling on anything, but it is a fight that you were able to build from. Can you tell us some of the positives that you took out of that fight?
Yeah, it was. I mean, there was a lot of things going wrong out for my own doing. To be honest with you, in training camp, I kind of went into it because obviously I was supposed to be fighting someone else at the start, who was around about the same sort of weight as me. So I kind of looked at it like I haven't got to worry about dieting as such, just get in shape. Because you still can be big and you can still fight. Do you know what I mean? As long as you're in shape, or you're doing the training, you're fit. That side of it weren't really going to matter. But obviously, then the opponents started changing quickly, and they was getting lighter and lighter. And then that's when the BKFC said to me that, well, you've got to be under this weight now. So I injured myself about 6 or 7 weeks out of the fight, I went out for a run and I rolled my ankle badly. I couldn't even walk on it. So I didn't do no running for that last fight. I couldn't get no sprint working. There was a lot of things I couldn't actually do in the gym as well. Even sparring was very, very limited. It wasn't busy wars. It was just more tippy tappy kind of sparring. Um, but that's my own personal things. You know what I mean? That was, I still wanted to fight and I went in there and still fought. And the actual guy I fought was a credit to him. He was fucking awkward. He's a style that I have never, ever come across before. But the actual fight itself, I do believe I was still doing well, even
Indeed.
though suffering a knockout I have started to question, can I really take a punch like this, that, and the other? I think that's normal, but when I do look back at it, and people do remind me that a lot of people believe I was actually winning the fight, and just before I got clipped, I clipped him anyway,
You did.
and it was a very back and forth kind of fight, and and it's just one of them things. It happens. You get caught in this game, and I've took that and I've come away from it, and I've realised what I was doing wrong. I realised that I had the wrong attitude in training camp. It don't matter who you're fighting; you should still train as if you're fighting a world champion. And yeah, it's so. It's the more annoying part about it really is the fact it's took a year to get another fight from that fight. So
Indeed.
that's the most annoying thing.
That is indeed a super frustrating aspect of the fight game,
Yeah,
especially at the heavyweight division. It's not like
yeah,
there are thousands in the pool to choose from. It is a
no,
select group of individuals in the heavyweight division over in the United Kingdom, and yeah, maybe with this fight upcoming, a good performance with that may help to bring some more fighters in from around Europe towards the UK branding.
hopefully, fingers crossed. Obviously, the bigger that it gets in the UK, the better it will be for all of us fighters at the end of the day. The more fights we'll be able to have, and it hopefully lead to more opportunities.
I agree, and with the big names that are coming over towards bare knuckle boxing and bare knuckle fighting, they seem to be pulled into the pool of the main brand over in the United States. But
Mm.
that I can see that changing over the next year or so,
Yeah,
especially now with the heavyweight champion Mick
yeah,
Terrill. He's the world champion. He's not the British champion. He's a world champion, and he's
yeah,
brought that belt back over to the United Kingdom. And now
yeah.
people are going to have to come and take it from him. He's
Exactly. I said this on the Fuses podcast. I said him going and winning the world title has opened a lot of doors for us heavyweight fighters in the UK as well. Because now, like you said, now we're going to have these big names coming to the UK, which is only going to make it bigger in the UK,
I
and it will
agree.
get a lot more eyes on it. And it just, like you said, it'll just bring more opportunities now. That BKFC title's in the UK, it's just, like you said, those fighters have got to come to him. And that's or obviously he'll probably go to America at some point as well. But fighters that challenge him, they got to come to his hometown. And then, like I said, hopefully this fight with him and Mark Hunt happens, and hopefully it happens in the UK, and that will be fucking massive. So
Absolutely. Absolutely, it would be. And there has been those mumblings there with that matchup, which is extremely entertaining to think about.
yeah,
Mark is being approached by glove boxing as well, so there are options that are being thrown out towards him. But I sure hope that people like David Feldman and if Andrew Bakewell is in on that as well, that they can get something signed with Mark Hunt. That would be a great name to bring to the brand.
absolutely, absolutely. He's a massive name. He's a massive name. Loads of people know who he is. He's a really nice guy as well. I've spoken to him a few times now. And it's weird. It's every time I have a conversation with him and he replies back, I think, fucking hell. Like I grew up watching this man fight.
Yeah,
And now I'm having a general conversation with him. It's weird.
he's
But
very approachable.
he is, yeah, he is. And he's and like I said, he's tough as nails. And
Yeah,
um seeing his style in bare knuckles is going to be very interesting.
indeed. I agree, and I really do hope that that does get signed up.
Yeah,
Um,
fingers crossed.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So back with yourself and your new training regime. You're back in the gym. You're doing road work. You're bringing your
Yeah,
weight down.
yeah,
These are all things that you are doing yourself as a fighter that you recognize yourself.
yeah,
Um, you deal with a lot of people in comment sections and videos. You have your own YouTube channel. You got people that spout some things off and whatnot. I'm a fan of your YouTube channel as well because I
yeah,
like to see how you address the general public on basically a daily basis. So
yeah,
there's, it's almost like there's two personas to being a fighter. Yourself,
yeah.
that your private life that you try to keep private, but of course
Mm,
you're in the limelight in the public's eye as well.
yeah.
How do you see yourself as different behind the scenes than what you are on the camera, or are you pretty much, you we're getting what we see with you?
Yeah, you're getting what you see. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't change. I don't, and this is where the YouTube thing is. There's been a lot of people that have been getting involved with back and forth arguments and stuff like that to get views. And don't get me wrong, as lucrative as it would be for my channel, I just can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. It's not me. I can't change who I am to try and make my YouTube more money or make it a bigger channel and stuff like that. So what you see on there is what you get, how I am as a person in real life. So that's, yeah, it's just, it's one of them things, isn't
I
it?
love it because you are authentic. That's one of the things that I admire about you. Right from day one, when we first started communicating, you've always been your authentic self. There's no real persona or show that you're putting on. You are you. You believe in yourself. You believe in your abilities and your capabilities, as well as your techniques as a fighter.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's the way I've always been. I won't change for anyone.
Now, with your fight here against Johnny Walker, it would be my impression that you intend to put a stop to him in this fight. It's not a fight you want to go the distance.
Mm.
Um, he puts up his own, like you said, he's got that jab that you've got to get around and
Yeah.
to be able to get your shots in. But you're a
Mm.
very talented boxer. You've got your good
Yeah.
foot movement, you've got head movement and body movement, your feints. You've got a good package to go up against him.
Yeah.
You think this is a 1 or 2 rounder?
I believe so. I
I
believe
think
so.
so
If
too.
um, that's if I catch him. I mean, it's easier to talk about it being outside of the ring and actually being in the ring and doing it.
Of course.
But I do believe when I catch him clean, he's going out. So it's just a matter of when.
Yeah, not a matter of if, but a matter of when.
Yeah.
This fight is on a fairly stacked fight card too. This
Yeah, it is.
the
Yeah.
whole event is looking amazing.
Yep. It's good. It's another big event on the BKFC UK. Yes, it's gonna be a good night of fighting. I really can't wait. Can't wait to watch the other fights as well.
Absolutely, that's what I'm looking forward to the most. I've got a couple of you guys on the fight card that I'm really rooting for. But
Yeah.
you know what, man? Anytime that you step onto a squared circle or into a combat surface, I'm interested in watching. I love watching you. I am a super fan of yours as well as the sport. So, Jack Draper, it's been a great honor having you here once again today. Are there
Yeah.
any
Thanks.
final things that you would like to put out there?
Just like I said, a massive thank you to all of my sponsors. I won't name them all off because I've got quite a few and I don't want to leave anyone out. I haven't got them written down in front of me, so I can't name them all off. But yeah, massive thank you to those guys. They all know who they are. And I said, all my friends and family that support me as well, my missus and my trainer Pete. Obviously, he's putting in work, getting me ready for this fight, and we talk every day about tactics and drills and we're putting them into play when we're in the gym. And yeah, he's really putting the work in with me, and it's gonna show come fight night.
Excellent. I'm looking so forward to it. April 6th, it's just around the corner. It's creeping up on us.
Yeah, not long, 6.5 weeks to go.
Yeah, I'm getting super excited for it. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
Awesome, Jack. Well, thank you once again for taking time out of your day today. I know you're 8 hours ahead of me there, so enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm going to get this edited up here and we'll get her up online and we'll get you
Lovely.
tagged in it.
Nice one, mate. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you, Jack. And to all you
Cheers,
people
mate.
out there in the world watching, I am Jeff the Super Fan. He is Jack the Spartan Draper, and we are signing out from the Fonz's office.